Hey guys, it's Kim. So, day 2 of trying to do stuff with my camera phone, on my phone. Alright, I don't know how long this is going to last, but we're going to try. So, I am doing a altered mask swap over at crafthappensstunning.com. And I wanted to show you guys, I think I went a little mask crazy, but I want to show you guys a bunch I did just to give you guys a variety of what can be done. There's 3 different ones that there's 2 that you have to do, and then there's one that's like a wild card. So I'm going to show you the 2 different groups first, and then the second one I will show you the ones I did for the wild card. So we're going to do, I did steampunk, Halloween, and wild card. So I'll show you steampunk first. So this is the first one I did. I used graphic 45 paper. These are gears from Gina's Designs, which is at our site. And I just colored them like black. I used black flowers. I used a nice trim. I will do a demonstration on how I made the masks. Totally, you guys are going to like freak when you see how easy they were. And then I just used some bling trim around the edge, and I used some dangly trim here. And then over here I made a flower out, I used a bunch of tulle over here. I put a center and I put black feathers. And I put like around the eyes of this one, I put little tiny gears. So that's that one. That's the first one I made. Then for the second steampunk one, I used a really nice black trim I have. I used a key here for the center, keyhole. And then this says Twilight, because anybody who knows me knows I love Twilight. So I have to put that there because it's just for me. I'm just crazy. And then over here I hung a key that is, you know, I figured like the key in the hole. So when it stands up, it's like that. And I put a little tulle and black feathers over there. So that's the second steampunk one. Now for Halloween I did 2. I did this one, which I used graphic 45 paper. I used the bling trim. I used a feathery-ish looking trim down here, like a wispy-ish one. And then over here it says spooky with some flowers around it, a orange and black feather. And then this one, I did a little something different, and I hung down some ribbon and some stuff. And I also put on this really cute pumpkin charm. So when it hangs, it does go. But when it hangs, he hangs like that, and then these hang down. So you guys could be like totally creative, totally whatever. They could be whatever you want it to be. I had a ball making these. So this one I used this green paper here with the spiders, and I used the bling trim, of course, around the edges. I put a spider over here. I used a spider over here, and I used a green and black feather. And I basically took a piece of tulle and tied it in the middle with a little piece of ribbon. You see it there? And then I put the spider in the middle for like the little flower center. And then I hung down some trim here, which I might add some more to it. So that's the second Halloween one. Now, I'm going to save that one for last. For the wild card, you guys can do any kinds. You can use any kind of stuff. You can even make a third Halloween one. It doesn't matter. I did this one as like a shabby chic one. So I took paper, I distressed it, I put some sponge sugar on it. I put a flat back pearl trim on this one, some lace, and then I put a big shabby chic flower and just a small little feather on there. So that's the shabby chic one. That's like the wild card. Then anybody else who knows me knows I have major pink issues. And for this one I just used like paper. I put little flat back sticky pearls I got at Wild Orchid Craft on here to give it some dimension. Some pink and white flowers, a pink skeleton leaf. I used pink box trim on 1/2 of it, and I used bling trim. And then over here I used pink tulle, a pink center, a butterfly, a little spray, and pink and white feathers. Love it. Sorry guys, love it. And this one is my ultimate favorite one. Hold on, of course it's stuck. This is my Twilight inspired one. For this one, I used the paper from the Immortal Love Stack. I have a shape set that I got from, I don't remember, it's a Immortal Love chipboard set. I used the chess piece in the middle. It actually looks like a nose. I loved it. And I used some really pretty trims around the outside. I used the bling on the inside. Then I put over here a bottle cap with the Twilight picture in it, and a little heart, and red and black feathers. And then, of course, hanging down, I put a ton of stuff hanging down. And over here it says sparkle, because Edward is so sparkly. And then I used black and red down here, like all different kinds of trims. And then on some pieces of the trim, I put little hearts that came in the chipboard set. You'll see there's a bunch of them. So here's another one. That's that one. You guys already saw that one. There's this one. So that's like a wild card. See, it's not traditional. It's a little bit different. And I'm going to do a how-to video. When you guys, it looks difficult, but let me tell you something. I did each one of these in under an hour. Each one. Not the whole group. Each one was in under an hour. And I made 7. So I want you guys to have fun. Think outside of the box. You guys are totally creative. Think outside of the box. And let me know what you think. I hope to see you over at the site and come by and join. Thanks, guys. Bye.